Okay, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks since I've been to the drive-in movie. I've been busy. Like that's literally my only answer to this question. Where have I been? Busy. That's where I've been. I've been busy. But I thought I could do a little recap on my thoughts on Obsession because that's really the movie I wanted to go see at the drive-in movie. I wouldn't say my experience was amazing. I feel like it was my first time watching a horror movie at the drive-in, and especially a horror movie that is filmed in such low lighting. You just can't see it very well on like the big ass screen outside. It was like literally the full moon. So there was the moon lighting, so it wasn't like pitch black, and then there's every other car that is a little bit light up. So it creates lights. And then there was an imbecile who left his headlights on the whole movie. I saw the movie without headlights flashing in my face for 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes of the movie I saw quite well, but the rest I was like this watching the movie blindsided by this fuck ass dude who didn't turn off his freaking headlights. And then an angel ran over there. I put a blanket over his car lights so it was better. But aren't you aware that you're blinding literally everybody? I was so pissed off and I just couldn't see the screen, which made me mad because it was so like it's filmed such in such a dark lighting that you already can't really see well at the drive-in, but then you have headlights in your face. I just couldn't see anything, so I would just hear things happening, but I didn't see it. And it just really, a little ruined the movie a little bit for me because I didn't feel scared at all. I didn't feel the suspense at all because I didn't see anything. Like there's a part in the movie, spoiler alert. It's not a big spoiler, but it's just something that happens in the movie. There's a part in the movie where she's like watching him sleep and she's like in the corner of the room and I couldn't see her at all. Like the screen was just black. I couldn't see anything. So it wasn't scary because there was just nothing going on. And also, I went to a drive-in movie in the province of Quebec, and so the film was in French, like in translated French, which also, in my opinion, ruins the experience of the film because you do not get the raw, real emotion from the actors. And I know the girl who played the Nikki did such a phenomenal job in this movie, and I couldn't have her real voice, real emotions. It was a translation, like in a French. It's not even like Canadian French. It's like France. It's like international French, but it's like very French, like from Paris. It's just not good. I hate watching translated movies into French. I love watching French movies that the people are actually French. Love. I love the French language, just not in movies translating. It just takes a lot of the emotion out of the movie, in my opinion. But anyways, I digress. So that was what made it a little less fun, but nevertheless, I really, really enjoyed the movie, so much so that I really want to rewatch it at home once it's out and I can rent it and I can fully like appreciate the movie because it was so good, so unsettling. Like, I hated Bear so much. He was the worst. Literally the worst guy ever. Like, he is so insecure and so weak. He couldn't just ask Nikki out. No, he had to force her into this weird ass relationship and trap her in this torment forever until one of them dies. And it's like that girl was in hell. She was suffering and she did not want to be there. And it felt like he was her. It felt like that. And that's why I felt so uncomfortable the whole time because it was so unconsensual and I just like I think some people maybe won't get the fact that everything she's doing against her will. She does not want to be there. She is trapped. That is awful. It's so awful, but it was done so freaking well, and I loved it so much. It was very, very good. So even if my experience was bad watching the movie, it was still fun. And then before I watched Obsession, we saw Scary Movie, I don't know, 5 or something. And I had only seen Scary Movie like the first one, and then I didn't see the other ones. So it's my fault for this, but there were so many references to the other movies that I just didn't get because, well, I didn't watch them. So that's on me. It was still funny, but to me, they're not the best movie ever, but it was still kind of funny, honestly. Like, there's a part like he's in the church or something that was funny. He's like dancing in the church. That was funny. But yeah, and I was so surprised because I think some people didn't realize that this is not a family movie. You don't go watch Scary Movie with your children. There are so many sexual jokes in there. It's insane. Like, there's a scene where she fights off like a bunch of ghost face people with dildos. Like, it's just, you can't watch this with your kids, okay? But there were kids running around, and I was like, y'all. Anyways, like, Toy Story is just there. You didn't want to go to see Toy Story with your kids? No, you had to watch Scary Movie. That's crazy. But anyways, I had still a fun time at the drive-in. I love this drive-in. It's very old school. They kept like the retro vibes there, and I really love going there, even though I don't recommend watching scary movies at the drive-in because you just can't see shit. You can't see anything. But that was very fun, very summerween of me. And now on to the book I'm reading in today's video. I'm reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. And it's basically about a girl who works at this, it's not really a summer camp. It's more like people pay to go spend the night at this campsite. And they're basically thrown into a reenactment of a horror slasher movie, and it's like really scary, but it's all actors and it's all fun and games, you know? So she's like the manager there, and she runs these games, but her coworkers start disappearing, and she finds herself in an actual slasher movie. Like, she's actually the final girl. So that's what I'm reading. It sounds very fun, and I've read 1.5 chapters. Like, I'm halfway through the second chapter, and right now it's very fun. It's very spooky. It's very camp. It's very summer, and it's like the perfect book. Oh, it's like the perfect book for Summerween. Honestly, like, it's for the horror lovers, like the slasher lovers. And I've only read like half a chapter. No, a chapter and a half. But still, I think it's gonna be a good book to read, and it's very short, like 240 something pages. Not even 200, 228. 228. Like, that's so short. So I'm gonna read this. I'm going to Quebec City for 4 days tomorrow. I'm leaving. I'm taking a traveler bus, and I think I'll be able to read this whole thing on the bus. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to Quebec City to see my long distance besties, and I'm going there for 4 days. So I might film a few clips of us doing things, but I don't think there will be very summer weenie. Maybe like the last day, because I'm seeing one of my friends that also loves fall, so maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll just be doing summer things, but I'll still maybe film a few fun things here and there. But yeah, I will be reading this book, and I will be updating you. I don't know if I'll do like a mid book update, because like I said, I'm going to be reading this on the bus, and it's like a 2 hour 30-minute bus ride. So I feel like I could really almost finish it. So, and I won't be speaking on the bus with someone next to me. Like, I won't be doing that because it's going to be full on silent in there. So I'm not speaking in the bus. But yeah, so I might just update you at the end. But I thought I could just tell you that that's what I'm reading. So here's the long ass updates for everything that's going on. And yeah, so I'll talk to you when this is done. And also, I finished watching the Fear Street trilogy yesterday while I was doing my nails, and I watched the third one. It was really good. I just, in a whole, the Fear Street movies, like the trilogy, the first initial trilogy, are very good, and they're very summer weenie. So I really recommend you watch this. So here are the plans for today's video. You've already seen me going to the movies. Now we're reading this, and we're gonna be watching a scary movie to check it off our list. So yeah, let's just continue with the video. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's been a while. Again, long time no see. Since the last time we spoke, a lot has happened. As you saw, I went to Quebec City and I actually did finish You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight on the bus right there. And let's talk about it. I was having a grand old time at the beginning of the book. It was giving slasher movie. Final girl, gotta survive the night. It was excellent, very entertaining. All the little horror movie, little like Easter eggs put in there were really fun. But then we got to the revelation of who was doing this and what was actually happening at that camp. I was so disappointed because what the hell? Like, I'm not gonna say what it was, but it was totally not what I was expecting first, which usually is a good thing. But I just did not like the way it ended. I did not like where the author took the story. I just really did not care for it. And it kind of turned out to be, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil, but I really did not end up enjoying it, sadly. I give it a like 2.5 stars, I think. I mean, it was fine to read on the bus, and at the beginning, I was having a good time. But as the story went on and continued, I was just not actually having a good time, and I just really wanted to finish it. So, there's that for this book. It wasn't great. I did not like the ending, but the beginning was fun. So, there's that. Now, in Quebec City, went to my friend's apartment. She gave me a tour of Quebec City because I'd never been. Okay. Yes, it's my province. I never visited the capital. I'm so sorry. It was my first time, but my friend lives there. She's been living here for a few years now and she knows a lot about the history. So she gave me a tour like I was a tourist and she was a tour guide, and it was excellent. It was very fun. Went to every little shop. It's really like it's so quaint. It's so Europe. I love it. I love it so much. And we visited bookstores. We went to a museum and they had an exposition on fun. It was so cool. I really, really enjoyed that. And then I started talking about my experience watching Obsession at the drive in. And I was talking about the movie and I was really selling it. And she was like, should we go see it? Because it was still in the cinema in English. Y'all, we went to see Obsession in the cinema in English. It was so much better. And I actually saw her at the corner watching Bear sleep, and she was really freaking creepy. And I had not seen her when I was at the driving watching it, but I did see that in the cinema, and it was very, very creepy, and I freaking loved it. And there is a jump scare that happens towards the end of the movie, and my friend was not I was ready for it. My friend was not ready for it, and screamed so she screamed so loud in the freaking movie theater. It was hilarious. She literally almost threw her popcorn in the air like a literal cartoon reaction. It was so funny. Very, very good. I was a lot more scared after watching that movie because I had seen all of her, and it was so good. I'm so happy I got to see it again. I think it really solidified that it's one of my favorite horror movies now. It was just so good. I love it. So we did go and see this again, and I did start a new book while I was there because it was raining, and we wanted to read outside, and I had finished my book, so I started a new one on my Kindle, and it's what was it, The Fallen in the Kiss of Dusk. Yeah, didn't finish it on the trip though, but I started that, and it's really good. But then what else did I do? Yeah, we then the both of us, me and my friend, met our other friend, and we went like Halloween shopping a little bit because Michael's, Bath and Body Works, and HomeSense had put out some of their fall collection. So we went to see that. It was amazing. And then we had a sleepover at my friend's house. She made us dinner, and then we watched Alice in Wonderland all cuddled up in her living room. It was a grand old time. I really had the best time ever with my besties. And then I came back and I straight away went camping with my boyfriend and his family. We set up a tent because they go to a camp, like they have a camping site
like in a camp. Like, you know, you put like what are the RV? Anyways, we went there, camped there, did a lot of boat. I spent a lot of time on the boat, tanning and just living my best life, honestly. And then there were fireworks, which was it was like a 15-minute long firework show. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And I hadn't seen firework this close up ever in my life. And you could like feel it deep inside because of how close they were. It was so beautiful. And I had a great time. And now that brings us to today, where I am ending this video because I've been filming this for the whole month of July. Kid you not, the whole month of July. It's been such a crazy month for me, and August is no different. I am traveling twice in August, and I have many things planned on the weekends because I work during the week, but I have all my weekends are booked for August. So it's gonna be another very busy month. But y'all, August is coming, which means that fall is basically here. And I am so happy about that. It makes my soul very, very happy. But yeah, so this is the end of today's video. I didn't end up watching another scary movie because I watched Obsession twice. And honestly, I didn't feel like watching another scary movie, and I'm just gonna listen to myself. But yeah, we did read a book, we watched a scary movie twice in this video, and we did a fun activity that's something related. So I feel like the video is now complete. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very, like, a little bit all over the place, but that's just how I've been in the month of July. Like, it literally represents my life in the month of July, which is all over the place. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I think maybe we'll have another one, a last Summerween episode in August, and then it's just gonna be full on fall content, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And I do hope to see you in the next one. But in the meantime, take care and happy reading. Bye.